Well, it appears that these vehicles aren't starting up for our friends. Windows and doors aren't opening either. Which is unfortunate. Locked car, day like today. Any idea how hot it can get?
No, sir.
140 degrees. Takes about an hour. I looked it up.
Over at Corbell's house, the ringleader informs his wife Mary of the assassination offer and expresses skepticism about taking the job. Weighing their options, Mary suggests Corbell does some groundwork on Flynn and employ his nephew Jasper to gather intel on her family. The smart wife explains Jasper is married to Flynn's best friend, Billy Ann, and infers he could easily find things out from his wife. Impressed by the idea, Corbell decides to enact it before he accepts or rejects the offer. Elsewhere, Flynn meets up with Billy Ann and secretly reveals all that's transpired over the past few days. After their discussion, the pair separates, with Burton driving Flynn home to revisit the parallel timeline. On the drive, the siblings discuss how much of the game's info they want to reveal to other people. Burton suggests they not tell anyone and keep things under wraps, but Flynn reveals she already told Billy Ann everything. Fearing for their safety, Burton is upset by this and notes the news could get to the dangerous Corbell due to his connection with Billy Ann's husband. Despite his fears, a trusting Flynn assures him that Billy Ann would keep her secret and helps to settle his concerns. Returning home, she wears the VR sets and heads to the future. Since her mom's drug worked, Flynn finally keeps her end of the bargain and tells the group everything she knows about Alita. When she finishes her narration, the gamer learns from Ash that Corbell may have recently been hired to kill her. Hearing this, Flynn instantly returns home and warns Burton about Corbell's possible attack. While the gamer leaves, Wilf hunts for Alita and visits his family home for clues. In a shocking twist, it is revealed that the missing Alita is in fact Wilf's adoptive sister. Arriving at the home, Wilf meets his adoptive mother and questions when she last saw Alita. In response, the middle-aged woman reveals she saw her a few weeks ago, but has no idea of her current location. Narrating their exchange, she reveals Alita told her a simple but confusing clue to find her. Wilf's mother explains his missing sister said she'd be where snow last fell in London, but didn't quite explain the riddle. Like his mom, Wilf is confused by the statement, but ponders on it as he leaves to continue his hunt for Alita. About an hour later, Flynn returns, walking through the streets of 2100s London in search of his missing sister. They eventually decide to split up to cover more ground, with Wilf proposing they maintain contact in case either of them needs help. Using advanced tech from the future, Wilf links himself with Flynn so they can both hear, see, and feel what the other is experiencing. With the connection established, they head in opposite directions as they scout the city. During their search, Flynn soon realizes she's tailed by a robotic cop and calls her partner's attention. Right as the police bot stops her, Wilf comes over to clear things up. On his arrival, the cop reveals Flynn's Peripheral isn't properly licensed and moves to arrest her. However, Wilf stops the bot and makes up a lie, claiming Flynn is a visiting girlfriend. To clear the cop's suspicions, he kisses Flynn and in the process arouses romantic feelings in the gamer. Witnessing the kiss, the bot lets them off with a warning as Flynn returns home. Back in the present, Burton heads over to the local bar and finds Corbell there. Deciding it'd be best to make the ringleader an ally rather than an enemy, Burton comes clean and confesses he's aware of the assassination offer he received. Countering the initial proposal, the ex-military man offers Corbell a $200,000 weekly fee to reject the job and leave his family alone. After some cajoling, the ringleader accepts his offer and agrees to the terms. Meters away from them, Tommy notices Burton's exchange with Corbell and grows suspicious of their interaction. Hours later, Burton returns home and finds Flynn waiting for him. The gamer tells her brother how she linked with Wilf and notes she's falling for him. Having linked with his friends using similar military-grade connections, Burton remarks the experience can often feel like love and warns Flynn not to be deceived by the misleading connection. Meanwhile, at the other end of town, Jasper delivers a load of cash to his uncle Corbell. Receiving the stacks, the ringleader reveals the payment came from Burton and hands Jasper some cash. In exchange for the money, Corbell asks his nephew to figure out where Burton got the cash from, alongside the secrets his family is hiding. Jasper is initially reluctant to accept the job, but eventually does so after some pressuring from his uncle. Elsewhere in the future, Charisse, the leader of the Research Institute and mastermind behind Flynn's assassination attempts, holds a meeting with her hitman Daniel. The RI leader expresses her disappointment over Daniel's failed attempts and urges him to complete the job as quickly as possible. After clearing that subject, Charisse reveals the RI has also been searching for Alita and asks the hitman for an update on his hunt. In response, Daniel confesses she's still missing, but shares some new info linking an RI employee named Grace to the missing Alita. Learning this, Charisse decides to investigate the employee and quickly exits the scene. Later that day, the RI leader calls Grace to an apiary and confronts the employee about her connection with Alita. Scared, Grace confesses she broke company guidelines and smuggled Alita into the RI's top-secret research department. However, she denies knowing Alita's current whereabouts and begs for forgiveness. A vengeful Charisse doesn't heed her pleas and unleashes a swarm of bees on Grace as the insects sting her to death. The following day, Flynn returns to the future and reunites with Wilf. As they evaluate how to find Alita, Wilf mentions the clue he got from his mother. Hearing the riddle, Flynn notes Snow might not be a thing, but actually a person. The gamer's unique perspective triggers Wilf's memory as he recalls Alita once adored a dead scientist named Jon Snow. Figuring out the clue, they look up Snow's death place and head over to find Alita. Entering the building, they find Alita's apartment in shambles, with no signs of her anywhere. Inside, they find two unconscious peripherals alongside a disturbing model of Flynn's house and her family. Wilf quickly recovers the peripherals' implants alongside a frozen one believed to be Alita's. As the duo prepares to leave, they get ambushed by Daniel and an accompanying robot. Thanks to Flynn and Wilf's combined efforts, they manage to take them down and hold Daniel hostage. Questioning why the hitman is after her, Daniel explains Flynn stole something from Charisse and details the RI leader won't stop until she's dead. Before he can reveal any more secrets, Charisse remotely takes control of the bot and uses it to slice Daniel's throat. Seeing this, Flynn grabs the hitman's sonic weapon and fires it at the bot, severing Charisse's connection and destroying the bot for good.